Hi, this is Quentin Flores with CBCTMadeEasy.com. In this video, we're going to be going over basic navigation of your Galaxis implant software.
Alright, so let's jump into some basic navigation of your Galaxis implant software. So basic navigation will start with us having the pointer selected here in orange. Now as we go over to the panorama, watch what happens when I take my pointer over the slicing window and the blue bar up top. Turns into a hand. Click and hold, and this will allow us to move the slicing window through the entire volume. A much easier way to focus on a particular point within the volume is just to take your mouse, say for instance over this portion of the mandible, double click. Notice when I do this, the three views at the bottom and our 3D volume overview all change as well. Everything is linked in the software. So let's go over these views that you see at the bottom. We have our tangential on the lower left hand, cross-sectional in the middle, and then our axial view. So notice in our axial view, which is of course our view from above, you're going to see two main lines dissecting the bone. So the one that is perpendicular to the bone is going to be our tangential line. Of course, the one that is splitting the bone is our cross-sectional. So what I can do is I can click right over the middle where you see these black crosshairs, and notice I can move mesial distally, or I can move lingual buccally. And notice how my views are changing in the tangential and cross-sectional views as well. So if I have my slice dissecting this portion of the bone, if I go over to the tangential, click somewhere off center, not right in the middle, but if I click and hold and move my mouse up and down, notice in the axial, I am continuing to move lingually and buccally through the image. Now if I move over to the right to our cross-sectional, once again if I click and hold and move the mouse up and down, I'm moving mesially and distally through the mandible. And you can see how that view changes, and then even look in our panorama how that slicing window is also moving. Now if I move over, click, and do the same thing in our axial view, click and hold, this moves me vertically through the image. The axial view is fantastic for endo. Now anytime you're in a particular view, you'll notice that the blue bar up top will turn a darker shade of purple and orange. Orange means active when you're navigating through the software. And if there's any particular viewing pane that you'd like to enlarge, click in the top right-hand corner of that particular view, and that will take you full screen. To go back, click the same button, and it will minimize, and once again, you'll be able to see all 5 different viewing panes. And that's your basic navigation through the software.